modern world is still living with consequences of the World War II, the most titanic conflict in history, such as the Holocaust, Battle of Britain, bombing of Pearl Harbor, the D-Day invasion, Battle of the Bulge, and the dropping of the atomic bombs. The National Socialist, or Nazi Party, had been gaining support in Germany since the end of the 1920s. Given a free hand by the decree, Hitler's aides terrorized Nazi opponents throughout much of Germany. This is an example of the Jews being evacuated from their houses and put into concentration camps throughout the country. In order to invade England, Hitler had to control the airspace over southern England. From August to October of 1940, the Royal Air Force battled incoming German bombers over England in some of the most intense dogfights ever. Hundreds of planes were lost in just the first few months. Many people had to evacuate the cities because of the German bombings. December 7, 1941 was a day which would live in infamy. It was a day when the United States was suddenly and deliberately attacked by naval and air forces of Japan. After the bombing of Pearl Harbor on December 8th, President Roosevelt asked Congress to declare war against Japan. 3 days later, Germany and Italy declared war on the United States. The United States was now entered into the Pacific War. President Roosevelt had appointed General Dwight D. Eisenhower supreme commander of the Normandy invasion. On June 6, 1944, the landing, or Operation Overlord, took place. Thousands of ships approached the beaches, and the U.S. fleet's big guns began to slam the Normandy cliffs with shell fire. In less than 2 months, 1.5 million men would land in France. The Americans would shortly recover from their losses and aim to Hitler and Germany's heart. Everything that the Allies had accomplished since the Normandy invasion was in jeopardy. The Americans were managing to stop the German thrust along the northern section of the lines. The worst winter in years, though, was making the defense more difficult. Along the southern line, the situation was even worse. Bastogne was now surrendered, but the American defenders refused to give up. Bastogne was a key road junction, and the Germans needed it for their push towards Antwerp. On December 19th, General George S. Patton had sworn he would relieve Bastogne in 48 hours. Within days, Patton's troops had broken through the German ring around Bastogne. The Americans won this battle, but at a great price. President Harry S. Truman had to make one of the most difficult decisions ever, whether or not to drop the atomic bomb. After the successful test in New Mexico in July 1945, Truman immediately approved the plans to drop the bomb in Hiroshima. After the first bomb, Japan did not immediately surrender. On August 9th, another bomb was scheduled to depart to the city of Kokura. However, the city was spared because of heavy cloud cover. The bomb was instead dropped on Nagasaki. This resulted in Japan surrendering and the U.S. winning the war.